Michael Foster will be convicted of killing two people. His own niece, Julia Anderson, whom he is accused of gunning down over who should have inherited the home over there in money-making Mount Vernon. The people. She was only 39 years old. He also pled guilty to being the triggerman behind the 1988 killing of Calvin Reed. Who is Calvin Reed? Calvin Reed is the former NFL running back star, Ray Rice. That was his dad, my people. Calvin Reed. The last name Rice is from Ray Rice's mother. So he did not get his father's name. If you guys are saying Calvin Reed, how does that become Ray Rice's father? But people, I go by the name Yard Boss. Please like this stream. And please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen. But people, I promise you that I will be following this investigation from the start all the way to the end. But people, thank you guys so much for joining. Another one. We're going to go all the way up to the burial of Julia. But people, her aunt, who is the aunt on her father's side, she reached out to me, right? She left me a message. So I'll be following up with her soon and very soon. She said that she'll be the one responsible for the funeral arrangement for Julia Anderson over there in money-making Mount Vernon. In this live stream, we're going to connect the dots, my people, to see, right? Really and truly, this man, Michael Foster, should he have been allowed to enter back into society? Because really and truly, you know, my people, I am a man, I have some book smart, but I also have some street savviness. And once a killer, always a killer. It's not that difficult for somebody who already take a life to actually pull the trigger again. But people, so let's pivot back to Ray Rice. So Ray Rice was born on January 22nd, 1987. And his father, Calvin Reed, was killed in the summer of 1988. Ray Rice was just 1 year old when his father was killed. Reed died in a drive-by shooting in money-making Mount Vernon in New York City. The people, based on my research, it showed that Reed was about between the age of 19 and 22. The shooter, Michael Foster, the people, see the father here who him killed. This is Ray Rice's father. And this baby that you see in the arms of Mr. Reed is Ray Rice. The people, let us continue. So the shooter, Michael Foster, pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter in connection with Reed's death, and served about 7 years in prison before he was paroled in 1999. This is what Ray Rice said about his dad in an interview back in 2008. I found out that he was a great guy, well known in the community. I think I'm living his life for him through other people. He was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, shot in the back of the head. It was sad, especially for my grandparents, because he was one of two children, the baby of the family. This is what this monster, Michael Foster, did the people. He shot a 19-year-old in a drive-by in the back of the head, the people. So Foster shot Reed on South 14th Avenue near West 3rd Street in Mount Vernon. As his victim walked home from work on February 9, 1998, police at the time said the shooting appeared to be drug-related. So Reed finished working the people. An honest living, not a drug dealer, an honest living he was making at the age of 19. And on February 9th, 1988, Foster, a Jamaican, you know, Jamaica, we have the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this one here was a monster. He was involved in gunslinging and drug dealing, my people. And he was the one who was living in the home of Julia, my people. She allowed him to stay inside here, knowing that he was a monster, ready to trigger off at any given moment, my people. And Isilda passed away, and Isilda left the house for her loving and caring granddaughter who took care of her, my people. That was my analysis, and the family members actually back that up and say, yeah, boss, you're right. Everything you say is 100% factual. Julia Anderson took care of our grandmother before she ended up in Florida there at the nursing home. Yes, the people. And that is the reason why the grandmother left the house for the beautiful granddaughter, Julia. The people. Reed was a supermarket stock clerk and a bodybuilder. The people. That's what Ray Rice's father was doing. He was working in the supermarket at the age of 19 years old, and he was in the gym, the people, pumping weights. Yes, yes. Who knows? Maybe he would have gone on to become the biggest and the most famous bodybuilder in the world. Look on his son. His son turned out to be an NFL superstar. The people. Yes, yes, yes. So Foster was arrested about 3 years after Reed's killing and charged with murder and weapons possession. You see how long them take for catch him? The people, 3 years. The boy they on the run for 3 years. And you notice when you see him in a day, when him a do the perp walk, him a hold on him head. Where him a hold on him head for? Where him a run hold on him head for? Mighty God of Daniel. Yes. So Foster was arrested 3 years later, yeah, for the killing. And he was just about to go to jail in 1998 when he pled guilty, not to jail, to trial. He was about to go to trial in 1991 when he pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter and criminal use of a firearm. So in other words, for those of you who don't understand criminality, Yard Boss explain it to you. Yes? First-degree manslaughter. He pled to it. Yes? He probably was charged for something way, way worse. But he copped a lower plea. And he also copped criminal use of a firearm. So basically, him was the trigger man. I don't know if he was a trigger man, but looking now at what he did to his niece, the probability is extremely high that he was indeed the trigger man behind Ray Rice's father killing the people. He served 7 years and 3 months in prison before being paroled in 1999. And if I'm talking and you guys probably know more information than I know in regards to this case, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. The people, I go by the name Yard Boss. Please like this stream as you're watching the stream. And please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, the people. We're investigating this case from the start to the finish, the people. So he served 7 years and 3 months in prison before being paroled in 1999. He was paroled in 2003, the people. Ray Rice said, sometimes you wonder what it would be like to have your real dad just for a walk in the park or just recapping our life. That's the part that makes me think. These are an exact quote from Ray Rice, the people. He grew up with no father. And what was the reason behind that? Because a Jamaican people that come to America, he migrated from Jamaica, the people. He mother and him father over America, over there in a New York City, work very hard in a snow, in a cold. Bring him up from Jamaica. And him come a foreign, come farm fool and committed 2 murders. He murdered a superstar running back father, and he murdered him own a blasted niece over inheritance. My people, when I was leaving Jamaica, my people, my uncle tell me, say, Yard Boss, don't go a foreign. go farm, no fool. Yes, those words stick with me up to this day, the people. Up to this day. I'm telling you, say, I've run the streets, the people. And what heap of my friend them. Boy, I tell you. Me no know. There's so many Jamaicans who want the opportunity to come to America. And I know they would do extremely well. But we have a whole heap of them over here, my people. Some legal, some drunk across the border. I'm going to tell you something, my people. Them there and them a waste time. Them there and them a waste time. Them not save not a dollar. Them not save not a dollar. Committing crimes all over the place, the people. And this is one right here, so that we're talking about. Michael Foster. Boy, I tell you. So Rice's mother, Janet Rice, has told reporters that absence of the father, the people, forced Rice to become the man of the household at a very, very young age, the people. She raised Rice and his 3 younger siblings on her own in public housing complex, the people. Yes. The public complex was called the Hollow in New Rochelle, New York. That is where Ray Rice grew up. So Michael Foster, a cold-blooded murderer, and I could care 10. I could care 0 if he might watch this a live stream. Me no business. Me no business. He's a cold-blooded murderer. Him should have never in another house there live. If I me was Julia, I would have kicked him out. Because me would not trust him. Julia, me sorry say you God. You shouldn't trust that the murderer smarty there. And me tell you something. I look at him and I see a serial killer in my eyes. He was just caught for 2. Imagine how many others he murdered back in the days. The people, cold-blooded murderer, Michael Foster. He robbed Ray Rice of a stable provider in the household after he killed Ray Rice's father, Calvin Reed, the people. Foster's action also forced Rice to grow up in poverty and exposed him to violence at a very, very young age, my people. Him grew up rough. From him at 11 years old, him say, I take care of the household. When me did I do? At 11 years old. At 11 years old, when me hear Ray Rice say that, you know where? He mean, from 11 years old, him start bust gun. From 11 years old, him start rob people. From 11 years old, him dip on the corner, a sling crack, and a sling weed, and a sling cocaine, because he was the man of the house. Yes, my people, he may pretty it up, but that is what he mean when him say, at 11 years old, he became the man of the house. The people, he lived in the projects. Big up on yourself, everybody that is watching this live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining another one. Please like the stream and please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen. The people, we're investigating and we're digging deeper, my people, in this case that occurred over there in money-making Mount Vernon, the people, where Julia lost her life at the hands of our wicked uncle, Michael Foster. All over money, my people, all over money. The person that you're looking at on your screen right now, my people, is Mr. Reed. And the baby that you see right there is Ray Rice, the people. This is a wicked evil man right here, so. In the middle with the arm on him head, his name is Michael Foster. Him killed Calvin Reed, and he also killed Julia Anderson, the people. See Julia right there, so. See her there? In the middle. Let me blow her up so you can see that beautiful face and that beautiful smile, the people. And on the far right here, you have Ray Lewis. No, that's his name. 1 second. Not Ray Lewis. Not Ray Lewis. not Ray Lewis. One second, Ray Rice. Sorry, the names them because Ray Lewis also worked for Baltimore. He was a big star over there in Baltimore. Ray Rice, the people, an NFL superstar. Yes, yes, yes. Now let us continue. Let us continue. Put back this guy on the stage, my people. This is a live stream. This is a live stream. Please like the stream. Please like the stream. So I said it, my people. Michael Foster is a cold-blooded murderer. Ray Rice grew up in poverty, my people. Yes. So Ray later found a father figure in his older cousin. See his older cousin right here on the screen. His older cousin go by the name of Sean Nicholas, my people. An up-and-coming rap artist known as Soup, who moved in with the family after his own mother died of brain cancer at the age of 37, my people. So this man that you see on your screen right here, Sean Nicholas, he was like a father figure to Ray Rice, my people. And guess what? This man right here basically changed Ray Rice's life because of him steer Ray Rice in the right direction, my people. Yes, he steered him in the right direction. And he was a superstar in high school, and he also was a superstar in college and a superstar in the pros, my people. When Rice was a junior in high school and a standout player on his school football team, he vowed that he was going to the league, my people. He make up his mind, so he gonna make it out of the projects, my people, and he's gonna go to the big leagues, my people. Yes, this is a quote directly from Rice. He said, "I've got to make the league," he told his mother. "I'll be glad when I can tell you you don't have to work anymore." That's what he said, my people. Rice went on to become a star running back for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight and later the Baltimore Ravens beginning in 2008. That's when he was drafted in Baltimore, my people. But guess what happened? Ray Rice was still struggling, growing up without a father in the household, my people. You know, from a very, very young age, there's certain things that a good father instill in you, my people. And Ray Rice said that. He was the man of the household ever since he was 11 years old. With all the glitz, glamour, and fame, Rice was on top of the world. But one incident in February 2014 changed his life forever. He assaulted his then fiancée in an elevator at an Atlantic City hotel, an incident that was captured on surveillance video. Yes, my people, where his girlfriend was knocked out, unconscious, cool on the ground, my people. He was later cut by the Baltimore Ravens, and no other football team picked him up ever since, my people. Now, what Ray Rice is doing, he's actually coaching his son's football team, my people. And if history proves right, father made it to the league, more than likely, the sons will make it to the NFL, my people. We're about to play a video, my people, about when this guy got arrested, the criminal, Michael Foster. And then we're going to hear Ray Rice talking about his upbringing and the upbringing that affected his trajectory in life, the people. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. I go by the name Yard Boss. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Yes.
Breaking tonight at 10, there's been an arrest in connection to the shooting death of a Mount Vernon woman in the Bronx. 58-year-old Michael Foster has been charged with murder, manslaughter, and weapons possession. He's accused of shooting and killing 39-year-old Julia Anderson as she sat in her car. Police say the gunman rolled up on a moped and started firing through the passenger window just after midnight on Monday. They say the suspect and victim lived at the same address, but at this point, they're not saying anything about potential motive for the.
And let me just say this, right? New York City is a state where you can't even get a gun legally to hold in your home, you know. Yes, much as you walk on the street with a gun in your hand, the people. But as we know, if you guys have been following the news, you have seen where a gang of Jamaican men, yes, was arrested and charged with over 40-something guns. There was a gun smuggling ring over there in New York City. So it's very easy for any criminals in New York City to get a gun in their possession. And he indeed was a criminal. Yes? And it's not just one gun them find in the house. Them find whole heap of gun inside them. Small gun and long gun. So you tell me, say, him have all those females in that the house there, and him have so much guns inside there. Mighty God, thank God. Boy, may I tell you, what if he made murder the whole of them inside there? Boy, let us continue.
Shooting.
This is the sound of gunfire that woke residents on Murdoch Avenue. The focus of that investigation, a black Jeep someone opened fire on, killing Julia Anderson, who is sitting in the driver's seat.
Healing from something, you need to put that pain somewhere. But
So this is Ray Rice right here, right? This was one of his last interview that he gave, right? And you can hear the pain in his heart, right? This is a successful NFL player at the time, you know. Big superstar, the people. But your childhood trauma travels with you. Maybe that's why he was so aggressive and successful. Yes, because he run through anything, you know, so you have to be tough and strong in order to take them the hit the way you get in the NFL, you know. Yes. Me don't know if he made blackout when him punch out the girlfriend. Me don't know. I don't know. But let us listen to him and hear what him have to say.
Healing from something, you need to put that pain somewhere. But I was taking care of my household since I was 11 years old. So when they say you live life in reverse, I was a man at 11 and a boy at 21. What do you mean?
11 years old. And a Jamaican robbed him of that childhood. My people. His father never ever get to see him play little league football. Never ever get to see him play high school, college, or in the pros. The people. All because of Michael Foster.
When I was 21 and got drafted, I literally went back and overcompensated for everything I did not have from when I was growing up. I was told I was the man of the house, and a man is not supposed to cry. A man is not supposed to, feel. His job is to pay bills and provide and go out there.
Is a man supposed to hit?
No. And that's where it becomes problematic. When you are told things, you grow up in it, you witness things, you see it, and then it becomes you without you even knowing it.
Ray Rice grew up in a tough neighborhood, rough neighborhood. A whole heap of woman him see a get bad abuse. A whole heap of woman him see a get kick up and I get thump up for people. And at the heights of stardom, on that fateful day in Atlantic City, he blacked out. And he knocked out, one punch, knock out his fiancée at the time. But guess what? The two of them reconciled. And the two of them got married. And we haven't heard any more domestic violent news from these two. And they have two beautiful boys that I know of. I don't know if he have any other kids. But he is the coach of those two young men right now that is playing Little League, the people. Mm-hmm. Your past can actually shape your future. And everything that happened in this young man's life, his exposure to crime and violence, was triggered when a Jamaican fire some shot and kill him father. Mighty God.
I believe there's two types of people, right? As a man, you get to be the man and a man. And you can only be the man for a moment. Over my career, high school, I was the man for that moment of my life, right? But you get to make a conscious choice on being a man for a lifetime.
So using your analogy, which is a good one, you were the man in that elevator.
Too prideful, the man. Better yet, put a real word out there, a punk man.
Right here, he's taking responsibility and calling him own self a punk. Mm-hmm. Taking responsibility for his actions. This is a wicked, evil boy right here, sir. We see in the middle right here, sir, hold on him head. Him never take accountability for nothing. Mm-mm. In fact, him go to prison and him never learn nothing in a prison. Him go to prison and it look like him gonna learn to become a more hardcore killer. Mm-hmm. That is why him go to prison for God. The amount of gun where them finding at the house, me people, it like him did a sell gun over there too. He looked like he was the man over in Mount Vernon where that sell gun. The amount of gun where the police them going at the house go find me people. Oh, wicked murderer boy. Let us continue with Ray Rice, my people. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream, my people. No worry about Yard Boss. Yard Boss good. Yard Boss good. Yard Boss don't live life with any fear. Yes?
And there's other words I can use for myself in that moment.
That moment was lived out publicly over and over as Ray was let go by the Ravens, suspended by the NFL, then reinstated. Ray and Janae, who met when they were 15, married soon after. She said this was the only time that had ever happened between you.
Yes.
And that's the truth.
That's 100% the truth. Like I said, I think that when you mention the world of domestic violence, have we ever had words, a disagreement? Yes. I don't like to use the term the worst thing that ever happened to me was the best thing that happened to me because of the severity of domestic violence. There's too many, like the survivors of domestic violence, they don't want to hear that. And I'm very remorseful to that.
So they met each other when they were 15 years old. High school sweetheart. Yes. And they later on got married, the people. Yes. That's why Yard Boss don't get involved in a one man and woman business, you know. Yes. Because them can cuss and them can go along. But later on, they will get married. It's very difficult, yes, to separate childhood sweethearts. So this was a successful story in the end. They got married and they brought 2 lives, the people. And Ray Rice is alive right now in those 2 young boys' life. Every day with them, going to football practice with them, going to games with them, and hopefully one day, he will see those 2 sons going to the NFL. Something that his father right here, Mr. Reed, never get the chance to see. This lady right here is Ray Rice's mother, my people. So she have on the Baltimore Ravens jersey right there. So her name is Mrs. Rice. Yes, and he got her last name. He did not get the father name, the people. Thank you guys so much for watching another live stream. We'll continue the story all the way to the burial. Please like the stream, And please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen. Big up to everybody that is in the chat. Jennifer, big up yourself. Smoke and Steel, big up yourself. Annie, big up yourself. Love and Love Alone, everybody, big up on yourself. See you guys later at about 8 o'clock tonight. Bye-bye. Go watch the World Cup. World Cup are going on, Argentina versus Spain. I'm going to watch it right now. And I'll see you guys later at 8. All right? Bye-bye. 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 Peace out.